This track obviously is a huge track.
Yeah.
Toe's huge. For tire wear is huge. So where do you kind of take a P1 in final practice? Is that a lot of confidence? Is that not a lot? Where's your head at after Friday?
Well, obviously I've got a lot of confidence because we went to, when we was in Orlando, we was there but not quite fast enough. And then here we got the perfect track position, everything felt perfect, the engine was good, the chassis was really good, and I just put myself in a perfect position for first in happy hour.
And you've gone from the only guy on the orange to a lot of guys, including having Senna here. Has that been nice to be able to not be the only one on your own when it comes to chassis setup or having data points to try stuff?
Yeah, of course it's nice because if, like you said, if you're missing a bit of speed, you can always go against data or anything, camera, you know. And when we put it all together, it's good.
And then moving over to X30, that class obviously relies a lot more on the toe. You and Harley quick still in the final practice.
Yeah.
But knowing how much toe, factors into that class, how do you kind of rate, the time charts? Can you pay a lot of attention to it?
Yeah, I think it's about 1.5 tenths the difference on the toe, but yeah, you definitely need a toe in as well. Yeah, you have somebody in front, it always helps a little bit. Just not too close because you missed the grip. But yeah, I saw in the last practice we were 1 and 2 with Harley. Yeah, we had a perfect toe, so it make it work like that. So yeah, let's see how tomorrow brings on, and hopefully it goes the same way.
So, we talked a little bit earlier. I know you're still feeling pretty good on the used tire stuff, trying to find good pace on new tires. But this weekend, having Jesus Jr. moving up for his first X30 race, he's been pretty quick today. I mean, has that been nice not being kind of all by yourself at some of these races?
Yeah, it's nice being able to have some data and see where I can improve on my driving and stuff, and it's just made it a lot easier, I think.
And so the gap from last race to this race has been pretty decent, about a month. What's been keeping your off time busy?
Working out. I have this program going with one of our mechanics, Chris G. So pretty much every day I'm in the gym when I'm not at the track or at the shop. And then, we have a lot of test days and stuff with the team, and so just coaching and, working out and stuff, that's what's been keeping me busy.
And so how do you rate coming out of Friday? Where's your head at for tomorrow?
I think our pace on old tires is very good. The 4th practice session, we were 3rd on 3-session old tires. I actually felt really good on the new tire too. I just kind of made a mistake in track positioning, and I kind of got impeded on what was, I think, going to be a really good lap. So yeah, I'm feeling really good going in tomorrow. I think we got a really good piece. The OTK EOS Kart's been handling great. The boys at Nash Motorsports has kept it, handling good, and the Speed Labs racing engine's been perfect all week. So
debut X30 Pro Senior, first practice day done. We weren't a second off the pace. I'm not sure you expect to be that far off, but did you expect to be this good out of the gate?
Not like, I thought I was pretty good. I was just hoping I wouldn't be a second off. And I went out the first time, I wasn't too far off, and I just kept improving, and it ended up not doing terrible, but we're like right there.
And so what's been the big thing that's been the adjustment this weekend, kind of getting yourself up to speed? What have you guys been looking for and working on yourself to get faster through the day?
Mainly I'm just trying to focus on the tire wear, because big difference, they shred so much faster compared to the blues, and that's the only thing I've been trying to improve with myself and stuff. Because in junior I used to shred the tires really badly, and I didn't really, they were super hard, so it didn't really matter. So that's the one thing I'm really working on with myself.
First of all, happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Second, walk me through a little bit of today, practice through the day. I know you guys aren't ending on top of where you'd like to be, but tires are huge, and it seems like it's just one lap to kind of get in on the sheets, right?
Right. I mean, practice 2 we went new tires. Me and Austin were on track really fast. Practice 3 and 4 we went old tires. Slow tires are a lot here for sure. We showed pretty good pace. And then in happy hour, banged off 1 lap and got P3.
I know Houston was last second filling in, but what's got you back? Is it home turf? You just can't stay away?
I kind of planned on running the Spring Nats at the end of last year. It was supposed to be at K1. I thought it would be a cool track to learn. And then when it came back here, yeah, I mean, who can say no to racing on this track? So it's great to be with speed, and we're looking for a little bit of speed in the kart, but we're making progress, and hopefully tomorrow's a better day.
Yeah, talk to me. I know today's not what you wanted. What's the big things you guys have been chasing today?
It's mostly just side bite and rear traction, but we're working on it. Bonner and Beanie have been working their butts off trying to change everything, so I think we made a good step forward in happy hour. We just caught some not lap traffic. We caught somebody on what would be our quick lap, but the data looked like we were going to be top 7 about, so I think we got the pace. We just got to get a clean lap.
Tied for 3rd at the end of the practice, but it's 4th. But we're 4th. So, but I know you're probably happy, a lot happier now than earlier in the day. It seems like it's been a bit of a journey to kind of get to where you're at, no?
Yeah, for sure. We made a lot of work during the day, had some problems during the day, which impeded us from being in front. Last practice, which was the happy hour, was really good. I think we had the speed. I think we are 1 tenth behind the first. I think we can fight from there, from tomorrow, see what we can do in the quali. It's really important to have a good space, especially in a track like this where you can get a good draft. I'm really happy with the work of all the team, my mechanic, everyone putting such a big effort on putting everything together. I have to thank Ariel because he's doing a top job as well, working really hard. So yeah, we see tomorrow, but happy that we end Friday in a good mood, in a good way, and with a good speed.
And how do you describe this place, man? This is a lot different than a lot of the American tracks. This is your first time here, right?
Yeah, it's my first time. I feel it's like how can I say, like a really dry place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the track. It's kind of aggressive track where you get the curbs, fast track. I really like this type of track. So yeah.
First time here. Track's huge, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a big toe track, big motor track, and a big tire eater. What's that been like from a practice side? What are you guys working on each session?
Yeah, I mean, we know toe's big. Like you saw that last session, everyone was just sitting in the pits for a while, waiting for someone to go out, someone quick to go out to get a toe. So that was pretty much everyone's game plan that last session. But yeah, it's a cool track, pretty long track, like you said. You need a lot of draft. But yeah, I mean, every session you just need good track position and hope for the best.
And on the go-kart side, I mean, what kind of stuff have you been working on throughout the day? Any kind of grip you're trying to find, or has it been pretty stock?
Honestly, pretty stock. Go-kart has been good. Just tweaking some things here and there, just small things.
Through practice today, I mean, you've been close, maybe not where you need to be at the top. What's the missing couple pieces for you?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had speed like all day yesterday, and even earlier this morning. Kind of just seems like we lost a little bit of speed as the day went on, and we're gonna look at some video, go over some data, and try to figure out what's going on. I feel like driving's not too bad. Just trying to work on the setup and fine tuning some stuff. And you know, I probably didn't put myself in the best track position in the last session. Kind of wasted majority of it. So. Yeah, we're gonna make some changes tonight and see where that takes us tomorrow.
Doesn't look sexy on the lap time sheet.
No.
But how do you rank Friday here at a track you've had a lot of success at?
Decent. I mean, we were bouncing up and down. I think our long run pace is pretty good. And that's really all this race comes down to. I mean, qualifying strong and it's important, but it's the degradation is so big on these tires. It really changes the way the performance is in that final. So. You know, having good long run pace is good. Yeah, we kind of ran into some traffic there on a good lap in the happy hour, so I kind of hurt us a little bit. And then, yeah, I mean, if you don't do it in your first 2 laps, the deg is so high, you're not going to be quick. So that's kind of what happened in our happy hour. But overall, I think our pace is pretty good, and yeah, looking forward to the race.
And what's been the progression like over the day? I know some of the guys that tested last week said the track's got a lot more grip here today. What have you guys been kind of looking for, if anything?
The track's been pretty similar. I mean, we ran new tires, for the second session. We did a 9, and they did a 9 again for the, fast time. It's one of those things, I'm not sure if the track's going to get better or if it's going to do like it's done at the rest of the races and kind of progressively get worse. So this could be the best it's going to be, or also could be the worst it's going to be. So.
How do you rate Friday? Good, bad, ugly, in the middle?
Well, it was a bit in the middle because, well, I missed yesterday because I missed my flight, so I did laps yesterday. So today was really good, got up to speed pretty early. I was fast at the beginning of the day, at the end started getting a bit slower, and the happy hour I was a bit slow. I was 11th, but I think the speed's good. I'm confident for the weekend.
So you're doubled up this weekend with K and X30, double track time. At a track like, at the way the weekend's gone, where you've lost a lot of Thursday, has that been beneficial on Friday, having those extra sessions?
No, I think definitely, but for me, it was kind of the opposite compared to everyone else because I was more worried about all these European guys coming out getting some more track time, and so I'm kind of happy because I've been here before the last few years, and so it makes a lot more sense for me to kind of get the jump on them, and so it's definitely worked out in our favor, and running those both classes, getting a lot more track time, it didn't really affect us that much yesterday.
What's your head been kind of like throughout the day, knowing that everyone's tire cycle's different, right? You can't always look at the lap charge because the fall off's so big. What's been your guys' focus? Have you kind of paid a lot of attention to new tire runs, a lot of attention to used tire runs?
Yeah, because everyone's a bit scattered all over the place with the new tire. So when we go, we just got to compare ourselves to ourselves really, and forget about it what everyone else is doing, because you're out there and some people are on 1 session tire and you're on 3 session, and it's a big difference. So you just got to keep chilled and not let that get in your head and compare off yourself and just work on yourself really. You can't really compare to other people, that's the hard part, but when it comes to the racing, everyone's on the same amount of laps, so it's pretty even.
And between you English guys, we go back to the last X30 National, it was all 3 on the podium. Is there any little rivalry of trash talking between you and Harley and Joe of who's going to be the best one?
Not really, not yet, but I don't think so. I think we just got to lock out the podium again and see how it goes, which we're all capable of doing. We're all fast, so yeah, just got to work together, especially work together because we know each other that well, and come out at the top of the races.
You got a busy couple stretch here between races. Last week, races next week. How do you feel after practice all done?
Feel pretty good. We were P5, I think, in the happy hour. It's really close, so got to work a bit more tonight and try to improve for the quali tomorrow.
This track is probably, I think, the most different than a lot of our American tracks compared to some of the other stuff you've ran. Have you noticed that? Has it felt about the same?
It's tough. Like the track's obviously really long straights. It's quite windy as well today, so the slipstream makes a big difference. Grip level's not too high, so it's tough. It should be good in the race, and I don't think anyone's going to be driving away here.
For a guy that didn't grow up racing in America, this is one of the tracks you've been to before. Granted, we didn't get all the day yesterday, but we did get all of today. So where do you feel like you're at going to the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, I'm very happy. So honestly, I think out of all the times I've been here, this is the most comfortable I've been. It's a big, fast-flowing track, and yeah, it's one that you can't push too hard on, and I'm really comfortable with how the kart feels. I think out there, just putting in my my new tyre runs at the end on my own, and to end up in like P6 as close as we are, just kind of lapping on my own like that, really happy with how it feels. So genuinely excited to go racing from this point.
And you've been busy, just like a lot of guys. It's not been a month off, even though it's been a month since we've seen you. What have you been kind of keeping yourself up with all the training you guys do out west?
Yep, so yeah, I guess predominantly feel like the luckiest person in the world because I get to, my job is to race for Comp Kart and then to run a coaching program based from the West Coast in Phoenix. So yeah, lots of hours training. So it's been working hard, doing kind of 3 to 4 days a week in the kart, working with various drivers, lots of our team drivers, some external drivers, and yeah. As hard as that is though, it's honestly the most pleasurable job in the world to be part of helping young drivers. Then when they go away and get a result, it's an amazing feeling.
And then do you think that kind of helps you a little bit at this point in the season to be able to be that active, getting to be behind the wheel even when it is coaching?
Yeah, I think there's 2 sides to it. I think being in the go-kart's great. It's, that muscle memory, being in it, seeing it, kind of second level of all the time mentally, seeing what makes a difference for other drivers so you can apply it to yourself. And the bigger risk is obviously then a lot of responsibility, so you have to be careful to, when you're thinking, working hard, not to be burnt out from that side of it. But yeah, I certainly love it. I think it's all encompassing, and I love being all in.